Good morning and welcome to Pelletier Craft Studio's Coffee and Crafting. We're in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I'm Elaine. I'm happy to be here with you today. Notice I am focused and fabulous, and not only do I not have coffee, but I've got some great hot chocolate in this cup. Want a sip? Mmm. So good. Okay, so we got to do some crafting this morning. Let's see what I have going on my craft table. So let's take a look. So this morning we are going to be doing a couple of cards, and you're going to laugh at me because I'm going to go a couple of cards and then I'm going to show you a secret about them. I'm going to be featuring the nestled die set for the pine trees. Now this is an air exclusive. So remember, you can only get it from an air store. Now we do have them in stock here in our store, and I love them because not only are you going to get 3 fantastic trees, but you're also going to get the magnet to put them on. Nothing's any more aggravating than to have to turn around and buy a magnet every time you get a new die. So these come with the magnet already on it. Good to know, right? So what I've done is I've die cut out my tree here, and you can see that I've also done a little bit of embossing. So let me bring it to your attention. Whenever you are going to be die cutting and embossing, you need to remember, ladies, that you do your die cut first. So here I did my die cut, and then I came back over it with my brush and I just brushed over it. Rather than to keep on telling you what I did, let's do one. Only with this one, I used the branches die. Branches embossing folder, and I used the middle tree. And notice I haven't done any real big decorations on that, but I could, and you're going to see me do it on the next one. So here we go. Let's go ahead and start doing our next one. Now on the next one that I have, I've done something a little bit different. I use the Holiday Lights embossing folder. Now, if you want the Holiday Lights embossing folder or the branches that I'm using, basically what you need to do is give me a phone call, tell me that you want it, and I will reserve it for you because right now they're a little bit low in stock. All right, so I'm going to be using my Altenew Crimson here, and what I'm going to do is just take my blending brush, run it around a little bit, and I just changed my mind. That's the great thing about crafting. I've decided that I'm going to use a detail blending brush. Now these detail blending brushes are also by Altenew, but watch, when I use the detail brush, I can come in and I can color each one of these bulbs kind of on their own. So here we go. And remember, it just takes a light hand. You don't want to do anything big. I could come back and do these bulbs and the lines and everything all at one time in my red, but that's not really what I have in mind. And let me show you how it would look if I did. Let's just play around with some things here. So if I come back and I used my light embossing, now this is me using a larger one. Notice with the larger one, I don't get the full thick color like I did when I was using my other one. Let's see if I can get it a little bit darker so I don't have to do this one twice. You know how it goes. All right, well this might work. So as you can see, I'm just rubbing over top of it, and I'm just trying to blend it all in. And I'm doing it because this is a little faster, but I could do it with my detail blending brush, and I could be very cautious about how I do it and just hit on each one of the individual bulbs. But as you can see, it's so much faster and easier to use this way because it does show me my lights, and it also brings out the lines as well. So this Christmas tree, as you can see, it is going to have a few lights on it. So let's just jump in here and do a little extra something to it. If you haven't been by and checked out my site, I highly suggest you jump online and check it out. If you're in the area, you need to be coming by the store because we have so many things that are already listed at 40% off. If you're not on my email, you probably didn't know that. If you are on my email, then you already know we got this big 40% sale coming off. So we got paper that's on sale for 40%. We've got the My Color paper, which is really, really out there because, as you guys know, they are closing. And so the My Color paper will be going away. But like I said, we got ours and we do have it at 40% off. Our colored selection is beginning to dwindle, so you need to do it right away. The other thing that we've got 40% off is we've got some of our 6x6 paper. Great time to jump online and get that because I've got my 6x6 paper at 40% off. Not all of it, but it is a great selection. And I also have my enamel dots that are on sale as well. And they're 40% off too. Now that is a deal. Notice that I'm making particular interest in that I wanted to get a little bit close to my tree. I don't want those individual limbs popping up. So I'm making sure I add just a little extra adhesive. And we're going to come back. And also notice that I'm using a different color card this time. Remember last time I used a card that was a little bit darker. So you see this one's a little darker. This was a little lighter. That's just a play on the color of my trees. And I am going to close this up so I don't stick my finger in it. Y'all know me. I can do that in a minute. And I'm going to take my favorite, and I do mean my favorite tool of all, and I've pulled off some of the enamel dots. Now, people get so caught up in these enamel dots, and they go, oh my gosh, I don't have that paper. Girls, you don't need that paper. To be completely honest with you, I very seldom use my enamel dots based on the name of the paper. Let's see if I can get these things off this morning. There you go. So as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm adding lights to my Christmas tree. And I'm using my enamel dots to do it. And notice I can put some of them on the inside, some of them on the outside. I'm just kind of dropping a few. Now notice I'm using the red first. And the reason that I'm doing that is because I want to make sure that my red with my red kind of whips in there together. But I am going to be using some other colors. And I swear this thing is so much easier to do when I can use my tool. All right, there you go. So now I'm going to put in a few yellows. Because I'm one of those girls that at Christmas time I like all colors. Who am I kidding? I like all colors year round. Where'd he go? Oh well. I can lose these things pretty quick. And notice I'm using all the sizes. That way I get lots and lots of color. And I do like using all the sizes. I don't know why. I've just always been that way. I'm that kind of girl. Okay, so I think I'm going to put on a few blues. And see how my Christmas tree is just coming to light with all of these beautiful colors on it. But I love, love, love the way that this is where that little thing comes in handy. Oh, and I just found the one I lost. It's on the inside of my fingernail. Oh my gosh. Wouldn't you know that? That's why using this tool is so much better than trying to do it with your fingers. There you go. Alright, so let's jump back over here on this end. We'll put a few more of these blues on. Then I'm going to stamp the inside of this card. Now, a couple of things to tell you about stamping the inside of the card. Ladies, we are working really hard over here at Pelletier Craft Studio to get you to use the products that you have already in your card. See how cute that is? It needs a star on top. I'll have to go find me a star. So let's go ahead and do the inside. Let's see if I can still stamp. Y'all know that it has been so long since I have done any stamping. I thought about it the other day. I thought, oh my gosh, I need to do more stamping. So here you go. Tap, tap, tap. Remember, you don't want to mash it. You just want to tap it. And Voila! I can still stamp. Okay, let's close this baby up because y'all know me. I'll be put that thing all over my fingers. I'm going to take my glue gun. And look, I want to tell you, if you don't have your glue gun, we do have them in stock. I love them. You will save money, I promise you, on adhesives. Look at how little bit of an adhesive, I don't even know if you can see it. There you go. See how I've just put a little bit of adhesive? And I used it in a tapping motion, so that way all of my adhesives were just you know, all of my adhesives were just easy. So let's come back in here. I think I'm going to put a couple of dots on the inside. Let's see. Let's use different sizes and different colors. Love it. I swear I love this tool. So I hope all of you, I know some of my friends up in Ohio, you guys are sitting in snow today. But let me just tell you that I also know my friends in Boone, North Carolina are also in snow. By the way, we had a new customer come in to see us yesterday from Boone. So let me say hello to you ladies. We loved having you in our store. And it was just awesome getting to see you and meet you and know some of the things you were doing. I think her name was Roberta. If I'm wrong, I apologize. We met lots of new customers yesterday. Also, I want to take a second and say hello to all of you that are spending time with us online this morning. I think I see Cookie and I see Mary Ellen and Gina. Look, isn't that cute? So you see, you can make your cards as simple or as easy as you would like for them to be. But I am going to show you one more trick using these gorgeous pieces, okay? So I got to decide what color green I want to use this time. But I got two colors, so we'll decide as we go. But what I've done is I've cut out 3 of my trees. And then I'm going to take my scoreboard. You can use your trimmer. You guys know me, I get lazy when it comes to scoreboards, and I use trimmers. And I'm just going to drop it right in the middle. And I'm going to give it a good scoring. Did it even score? No. What do I got under here that's keeping me from scoring? There it is. All right. There we go. Let's put this thing down flat. And, yeah, worked that time. I'm going to score each one of them right down the middle. And we're going to make another card out of these. That cute. It's going to be so, so cute. You're going to love this. And score my last one. Now, I could have very easily have already had this done, but I wanted you to see how I do all of this, okay? So here you go. I got all of that done. Now, I could run them through my embossing folder and emboss these. But my goal for these is that I want to make them into a white Christmas tree. And as you can see, I'm folding each one of them on that score line. Going to use my bone folder to make sure I get a really good fold. Now notice I didn't hit this one in the middle. That's no big deal. No problem. We're cool. Then we'll come back and do this one. Take my bone folder. Get a really good fold on that one. And then I'm going to do my last one. And again, it doesn't matter if I don't get exactly in the middle, but it certainly is nice if you do. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my 3 Christmas trees together. I'm going to make these 2 stand up, and then I'm going to make these 2 stand up. And that way I will have what I like to call a 3D card. So let's get these trees adhesive. Notice that before I started putting my adhesive down, I made sure I had my trees folded right. Excuse me, making a whole lot of racket over here. So here you go. We're going to put these 2 together. And I do like it if they match up, but you know what? It's a tree. Trees don't always match up. Now, I have seen people come back and just put it down like this, and that does work, but I wanted a little bit more to it. So, as you can see, I'm going to add a third tree. Now, I have seen a couple of people that's added a fourth one. For me, it was a little bit, I don't know, it was just a little bit big. And we'll come in here, we're going to put this tree down. And that's the one that didn't fold in the exact middle. But we got it working. Okay, so now, as you can see, I have my 3D tree here. And then all I'm going to do is come back and put adhesive on the back of these. And I'll let each one of them stand up on their own. Now, there's a lot of things that you can do to this tree to decorate it. Of course, you can always go back and put things like, oh, there's just all kinds of things you can do. You can put you can put Christmas lights on it. You can put a star on the top of it. I mean, there's just so many things you can do. It does help to get the tree straight when you put it down on your paper, though. Oh, there you go. So I cut out 3 Christmas trees as I was making my card. And as you can see, I've taken those 3 Christmas trees and made a third card. Look at that. Is that not awesome? So this morning in our playing with our coffee, I have made 3 different cards using the pine tree nestled. I love it. I love it. And I still have another one that I can make a card from, but I'm going to keep that one and play with it with something a little bit special. So again, let me say to you that if you want to get my enamel dots, then you need to give me a call. My number is 919-710-0776 so that I can reserve yours. They have not yet hit the store, but I have a limited number coming in of both of these gorgeous pieces. So you can very easily get the holiday lights or the branches. And I do like the branches because the branches comes with a die. So I could very easily die cut the branch out and then emboss it. But as you see, for what I did this time, I didn't need that die. So I just used it a little bit differently. Okay, ladies, I'll put that phone number down into the notes so that you can call me and reserve yours. I do say call me after 10 because I do have an appointment this morning at 9. Woohoo! I love having coffee or hot chocolate with you guys every Wednesday morning at 9. Don't forget, hit the subscribe if you're watching me on YouTube so that you'll get and go ahead and hit the bell so you'll get a notice that lets you know every time I jump online on YouTube. Looking forward to seeing all of you again next week. And between now and then, stay fabulous and focused. Bye!